Hi YouTube, it's your girl Juanita Franklin, come to you guys with another video on today. But before I get into what this video is about, I just want to say I hope all is well with everyone. I hope everybody doing what it takes to keep themselves safe from this coronavirus. This COVID-19 is going around in our country. I hope everybody's finding joy, love, and happiness and peace in your lives. I hope everybody's doing great. Okay guys, now I can get into what this video is about. This video is a story time. I decided to do another story time for you guys because it's been a while since I did one. Okay, so this story time is about getting married, having a fairy tale wedding. That's what the story time is about, getting married and having a fairy tale wedding. Now, as you guys know, how many girls out there, how many women out there really, really seriously dream of having a fairy tale wedding? How many females that literally had their fairy tale wedding? How many females that wanted a fairy tale wedding? I think most of us have always dreamed of having that fairy tale wedding. How women's like meet their Prince Charming, fall in love, and get married, and they want that big old huge fairy tale wedding with their dad walking down the aisle. That is really mostly every girl's dream, is to have that big fairy tale wedding, marry their Prince Charming with their dad walking them down the aisle. That's what most females really dream of having and wanting. But do most females get that? No. Most females don't. Some females have got their big fairy tale dream wedding. Some females have not gotten that big fairy tale wedding. I used to always dream of having a big, huge fairy tale wedding, walking down the aisle, my dad walking me down the aisle. I used to always dream that. I'm not gonna lie, years ago, when I was younger, I dreaded that. I really wanted that when I was young. But now, since I done got older and I done matured, I don't think like that anymore, guys. I don't think like that no more. As I told you guys in the previous vlog, I was married before. And I was with my ex-husband for 18 years. Is he the father of my kids? No. We never had kids together. But I was married to him. Me and him was married together for 18 years. I spent half of my life with him. So I went through a divorce back in 2017. That was my first marriage. But it's not my only marriage. That was my first, but that's not my last. Okay, no, it's not. It's not your girl last, So, me and my baby daddy, as I told you guys, we back together. We are back together. We had broke up. I'm trying to say, me and my baby daddy had broke up for a period of time, and then we got back together like 5 years ago. We got back together 5 years ago, and then we broke up a little bit again. So we just got back together. I say about 2 weeks ago. We just got back together, and he been wanting to marry your girl for the last 3-4 years. He been seriously wanting to marry me, and so lately we've been having serious conversations about marriage. Me and him. Do me and him I want a big fairy tale wedding? Still? No. Do he want a real big wedding? No. Because we older now. I'm in my 50s. He's in his 50s. We are older now. We're an older couple, so our mindset don't think like that no more. We don't got older. We don't got over that dream. Well, I don't got over that dream because men don't dream like that. I don't think so. But I got over that dream, over that little fantasy, over that little a big fairy tale wedding with my dad walking me down the aisle. Because truth be told, guys, when I got married to my ex-husband, we got married at the courthouse of Maywood. We got married at the courthouse. We didn't get married. We didn't have a big wedding. We didn't have a real big wedding, and so getting married to him at the courthouse, it made me got over that one a big huge dream fairy tale wedding. It made me got over that. Wanted that. And some people literally have put off getting married because they wanted that big fairy tale wedding, and their significant other cannot afford to give them that. You know what I'm saying? Some women's, they want a real big wedding, but they husband, their fiance, the guy that they're with, can't afford to get them a big wedding. And then they can't afford to get themselves a big wedding. Then their parents can't afford to give them a big wedding. So they would literally put it off and stall, keep from getting married, because they really want a big fairy tale wedding, which literally, guys, you shouldn't stop getting married because you want that big huge dream wedding and you can't afford it, or your fiance can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So some women have said, oh, well, I ain't gonna get married if I can't have the big wedding that I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's hindering yourself from getting married. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like this. I don't care about having a city hall wedding. I don't care about having a courthouse wedding. I don't care if I have a medium-sized wedding. I don't care if I get this big old huge dream wedding that I used to dream of having and wanting, long as I get married. All I care about long as is getting married. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most important thing. Should be on your main agenda, is getting married to the man. The women should think like this: getting married to the man they're in love with. Getting married to the love of your life. That's what should matter. It shouldn't matter if you don't have a big wedding, or you shouldn't put off marrying the love of your life because he can't afford a big wedding, or you can't afford a big wedding. So you're gonna say, well, I'm gonna save for it. Or he might say, okay, I'm going to help you save for it. Some people would say they're going to save for a big wedding, guys. Now, some people have saved for a big wedding, and they literally had the big wedding. But some people say they're going to save for it and can't afford to save for it, because when they get through paying all their bills, taking care of themselves, you know what I'm saying, and providing for themselves and their own needs and wants and stuff like that, they don't have enough to save for a real big fancy wedding. So then they got some people who literally can afford to save for a real big wedding and literally have that real big wedding. You know what I'm saying? Then they got some people who can afford to have a real big wedding. They literally had a real big wedding. Me, I am a simple woman. I don't have to have a real big fancy wedding. I don't care about getting married at the city hall. I don't care about getting married at the courthouse. Long as I'm married, that's all I care about. And, you know, guys, it's people out here in the world that want to get married. But when you get married out of love. Don't get married for money. Don't get married for marrying a person for what that person got. Oh, I'm going to marry you because he rich. He got a whole lot of money, or he own homes, or he own BMWs, all kind of fancy cars, or he owned this, or he owned that. You don't never supposed to marry somebody for what they got. You're not supposed to marry for material things. You're not supposed to marry for financial gain. You're supposed to marry out of love. You know what I'm saying? The marriage is supposed to be out of love. You're supposed to marry your spouse, your husband or your wife, because you love that person. Not for what that person got. Because guess what? What that person got don't belong to you. It belongs to them. And that's where a lot of people get it messed up at. They be thinking they supposed to marry a person what they got. No, what they got is theirs. They don't want to work hard for that. You don't get with a person for what they got. You be with the person because you love that person. You marry that person because you love that person. Marry out of love. Don't marry a person for what they got or what they can give you. Marry that person because you genuinely love that person. Me, I'm not gonna lie, I love my baby daddy. I do. I love him, and that's why I want to marry him. And that's what we love. We genuinely love each other, and that's the reason why we want to marry each other, because we love each other. It ain't for what he got. It ain't for what I got. You know what I'm saying? So, and guys, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, we've been talking about marriage real heavily lately, me and my baby daddy, and we is gonna get married next year. Next year for sure. Your girl getting married. And when I get married, I'm gonna vlog it for you guys on YouTube, you know. And I'm not gonna sit up there and say I'm gonna have a big fancy fairy tale wedding, because I know I'm not. I'm a simple person, and my baby daddy is a simple person. My baby daddy want a medium size. My baby daddy want a small to medium size wedding. Me, small to medium size wedding. It's not gonna be nothing humongous. It's not gonna be nothing fancy. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be affordable. Meaning something that we can afford. You know what I'm saying? Something that your girl can afford. Something that we both together can afford. We're not gonna put ourselves in no debt to get married. Because some people go in debt. They go take out these big old huge loans, go and get married, can't even afford to pay the loan back. So, guys, if you want to get married, don't get into debt doing it. Don't never put yourself in a financial strain or debt to get married. Don't never do that. Never. And you know what? And when I get married, that's it. Divorce is not an option. I'm not never getting a divorce. To me, divorce is not an option. It's not an option, not no more. I got a divorce before, guys. I'm not getting divorced no more. I'm gonna make this marriage work, and we're gonna hang in this marriage for the long haul. We gonna go old. I mean, great dirt old together. We're gonna grow old as dirt together. Seriously. I ain't gonna be getting no divorce. I already told him that divorce is not an option. So we're literally not, divorce is not an option. We're not, me and my baby dad is not getting a divorce. Divorce is off limits. Like I told him, when we and him get married, in the far future we run into an issue, that's what they got marriage counseling for. You're gonna sit and get in front of a pastor or somebody, and you get marriage counseling, and you work it out, and you let the Lord fix it. But no more divorce. No divorce. That's a no. No. So that's a no. Divorce is not an option. I'm going to get married one more time. I got married before. I went through divorce. I'm going to get married one more time, and I'm going to make it work. Me and him going to make it work together. There's going to be no divorcing, no separation, none of that. I don't believe in divorce. So yeah, I wanted to talk about marriage and weddings and stuff like that with you guys as a story time, because some people had literally went and did a big old huge fairy tale wedding. I mean, a big old wedding, and they marriage didn't last long as John stayed in the army. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being honest, guys. So some people they make it all about, okay. So I mean, it's not about they make it all about the material things, guys. You're not supposed to make your wedding about the material things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting a big fancy fairy tale wedding if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, don't put yourself in a financial debt or financial strain just to try to have it. And then you don't even, can't even afford to pay the loan off you got or whatever. Do a wedding. If you're going to get married, do a wedding you can afford. And there's nothing wrong with not having a fairy tale wedding. Everybody don't get to have that opportunity, even if they want that opportunity, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Long as you got the man. Women, long as you got the man, that's all that should matter. Man, long as you got the woman, that's all that should matter, you know what I'm saying? Long as y'all got each other and you love each other and you got each other, you loved on each other and you're sticking together, you honor them vows. When you get married, you do supposed to honor your vows, because you definitely promising God to love and honor and cherish each other. And, the wife promised to obey the husband. And, you promise to take each other through, for better, for worse, rich or poor, for everything. And the thing about it is, when you get married, like some women's, like, even men's. Some married couples, I think this is kind of what led to some divorces, because some couples have gotten married and, like I said, take each other for better for worse. On the better days, they hung in there. They was willing to stay. But on the bad days, they wanted to hightail and run. And see, in order to make a marriage work and make a marriage last for a lifetime or a long time, you gotta hang in there on your better days. You got to hang in there on your worst days. You take each other for better, for worse, for richer, for poor. You taking each other for everything. So that means you got to hang in there with each other through everything. You can't run when the bad days come and wouldn't stay on the good days. You got to stay on the good days and you got to stay on the bad day, guys. Marriages, it takes work. It takes work, and I know because I used to be married. It takes work. You know, it takes two people putting in the work. Both you guys got to be 100% invested in your marriage. The husband got to be 100% invested. The wife got to be 100% invested. Invest 100% into each other. Invest 100% into your relationship. Invest 100% into your marriage. And when you're married, don't run. Don't run on the bad days, okay? Don't run. Stay on the good days and stay on the bad days. Stay on the up, stay on the down. Stay hanging there together through everything. Stick it out. Hang together through everything. If you got your good man, women's, you got your good man ain't beating your tail all upside your head, ain't dogging you out, ain't doing you bad, hang in there. As long as that man ain't abusing you, dogging you out, doing you horribly bad, hang in there. I thank God my baby daddy, he's not an abuser. He's not an abusive man. He never in his life touched me. He never in his life touched me. He never in his life threatened to touch me. He's not an abusive man. I thank God for that. He got his ways once in a while because he is going through menopause, guys. I'm not going to lie. But what human being don't got their ways once in a while? We all have our ways once in a while. But he's not a bad guy. He's a good man. He got a good heart. He's a hard-working man. You know, he's not abusive. He never in his life abused me. I can truly say that he never in his life abused me, and he never threatened to abuse me. So that's a blessing right there. As long as that man ain't abusing you, dogging you out, hang in there. You know, in order to make a relationship last for many years, you got to hang in there. Got to be a keeper. Women's, when you're married, you got to be willing to cook for that man. You got to be willing to cook, clean. Be a housewife. Got to be willing to do that. You got to be willing to be a housewife. You got to know you got to run your household. You got to cook. You got to clean. You got to be that wife. You got to be that virtuous woman. That virtuous woman. Proverbs 34 talk about the virtuous woman. Yes, you be that wife. You be that virtuous woman for your husband. Yes, women's. You got to be a wife. You can't be lazy. You got to cook, clean. You got to do your wifely duties. Men's, you got to do your husband duties. You got to be the breadwinner for your family. Got to take care of your family. Yeah, so, marriage is a beautiful thing in the eyesight of God. God honors marriages. God honors marriages. He's a family. I tell anybody, God honors marriages. He ordained marriages, and he honors marriages. God is a family man. He's for families. He the one orchestrated marriages. He put families together. He's for families. He's a family man. He wants families together. Yes, he do. Yeah, so I want to talk about weddings and marriages and all that stuff. You know, And your girl is getting married next year, guys. I'm serious. I'm getting married next year. Me and my baby daddy. That's and I'm gonna vlog it for you guys. I'm serious. We're getting married next year and I'm vlogging it. Yeah, so like I said, your girl is getting married next year. I'm gonna vlog it for you guys for sure. I'm not having a big fancy fairy tale wedding. It's gonna be a small to medium size, guys. I will keep you guys posted, let you guys know the exact date we're getting married on. As soon as we set the date, you guys will be the first to know. So yeah, like I said, a lot of women's dream of that fairy tale wedding. I don't know more. You got to go with it with whatever you can afford. You got to go with whatever you can afford, guys. And that's how I look at it. You got to plan the wedding that you can afford to have. You can't afford a big fairy tale wedding. You don't worry about things you don't have control over. You just plan what you can afford and get married and be happy and call it a day. Anyway, guys, so yeah, I wanted to talk about weddings, fairy tale weddings. I wanted to. Okay, guys, so yes, my camera cut off. But anyway, more of the story is have a wedding you guys can afford. Don't worry about if 1,000 people show up, it's fine. This is just an example of what I'm trying to tell you guys. If 1,000 people show up, it's fine. If only 50 show up, it's fine. If only 25 show up, it's fine. However many show up, let it be fine with you. Long as the men show up, women's. Long as the men show up, ladies. Okay, yeah, so my camera cut off. But like I was saying, have a wedding you can afford. Have a wedding you can afford. And if you invite a list of people to your wedding, if all of them show up, it's fine. If only half of them show up, it's fine. Be happy with however many show up. Ladies, long as the men show up, that's all that matters. And women, long as the men, and men, long as the woman show up, that's all that matters. Yeah, my camera cut off, guys. Like I was saying, have a wedding you guys can afford. And, ladies, if you invite 1,000 people to your wedding, all 1,000 of them show up, fine. If you only invite 50 of them to your wedding, if you invite 1,000, only 50 of them show up, let it be fine. If you invite 50, only 25 show up, let it be fine. Moral of the story is, however many show up at your wedding is fine. Ladies, long as the man show up, that's all that matters. Long as the man show up, and men, long as the woman show up, that you supposed to marry, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, have a wedding you can afford. Don't worry about if you don't have your fairy tale wedding, your dream wedding that you always wanted. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford to have it, don't worry about that. Don't put yourself in a debt. Don't put yourself in a financial strain. Don't stress yourself out over it. Just have what you can afford and be happy and thankful that you're married. That you're married, and you got your life partner. Be thankful and grateful for that. Like I said, when me and my baby daddy get together and when we set the dates, we set our wedding date. I'm gonna vlog that, letting you guys know. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on this journey with us. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on our journey. Of us getting married. You guys will be kept posted on that. You guys will get an update on that. You guys will be kept posted on that. Me and him already been having a lot of discussions about it the last couple of weeks, and we're not trying to stress ourselves out, trying to have something huge, a real large fairy tale wedding that we cannot afford. We're gonna have what we can afford and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? We want a small to medium sized wedding. That's what we're gonna have. We're not gonna try to have nothing real big and real large. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to put ourselves in a situation that we know we cannot afford to be in. You know, so we're going to have like a small to medium size. It's not going to be nothing huge like a fairy tale wedding because we cannot afford a fairy tale wedding. And at our age, we don't even want a fairy tale wedding. So I will be keeping you guys updated, posted on this journey with us, me and my baby daddy. On this wedding journey, you guys will be kept posted. You guys will be getting updates on it. You guys will be getting the wedding date and all that as soon as we set it. But it's definitely going to be next year, guys. It will definitely be next year. So yeah, I wanted to do a story time with you guys on fairy tale weddings. Like I said, some people get their dream weddings, some people don't. Some people don't even. Some people want dream weddings, some people don't. And a lot of people that want it don't always get it. Then some people want they get it because they can afford it. Or some people even took out loans to have their fairy tale wedding. But I'm not going to put myself in a situation of getting a big loan, putting myself in a big financial debt just to have a dream wedding. I'm thankful for whatever size the wedding are. Long as I can afford it, long as me and him both can afford it, that's all that matters. Anyway, guys, yes, I want to do a story time on fairy tale weddings, dream weddings, you know, on weddings, on getting married. Your girl is getting married next year. For sure. Me and my baby daddy getting married next year for sure, guys. That's a definitely. We already discussed it numerous of times, so we definitely getting married. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little story time with you guys, talk about fairy tale weddings and marriage and stuff like that, and everybody out here that's married and have a great marriage. I wish you guys a lifetime of happiness, joy, and peace and love with one another. Hang in there, keep putting in the work, don't give up, don't walk away. Hang in there, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting abused, dogged out. Hang in there, okay? It's worth it. It's really worth it. God is for families. He's a family man. He ordained marriage. He honors marriage. He's a family man. He created families. He created marriage. He created families. He want to put families together. So hang in there. Alright, I'm about to end this video, guys. Comment, subscribe, like, share. Hit the post notification button. Stay on this journey with me. You guys are my family. I love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.